With some dry statistic, we're starting with the person. A 27-year-old, someone who should be at the peak of their health, is staring at their own ECG, and it's showing signs of a heart attack, the kind of thing you'd expect to see in someone twice, maybe 3 times his age. So what's the connection? The polluted air he was breathing day in and day out. So, to really get a handle on this invisible threat, you kind of have to learn its language. You've probably seen these letters and numbers on the news or your weather app: AQI, PM10, and the big one, PM2.5. But what do they actually mean? Let's decode them. Okay, so first up is the AQI. Think of it like a weather forecast, but for your lungs. It's that simple, often color-coded number that takes a ton of complicated data and just tells you, hey, is it safe to breathe outside today? Generally, anything under 50 is considered good. But as you're about to see, a lot of places are living way, way beyond that.
And the main villains behind that AQI number, well, they have these code names: PM10 and PM2.5. PM just stands for particulate matter, basically tiny bits of soot, dust, and chemicals floating around. But here's the crucial part: size is everything. PM10 particles are coarse, while PM2.5 particles are super, super fine. And that tiny difference changes everything about how they attack your body.
Okay, this is where it gets kind of mind-blowing. To really wrap your head around PM2.5, I want you to picture this. Take one single strand of your hair. Now look at the very tip of it. A PM2.5 particle is 30 to 40 times smaller than that. It's so small, it's almost hard to imagine. And that microscopic size is exactly what makes it a silent killer. And look, this isn't some science fiction movie. This is happening right now. In cities all over the world, the AQI is spiking to 400, 500, sometimes even over 700. We're not just talking unhealthy, we're talking hazardous. To put that into perspective, some scientists say that living in that kind of air is like being forced to smoke half a pack of cigarettes a day, whether you want to or not. It's fundamentally changing public health on a massive scale. All right, so what actually happens when one of these tiny particles gets inside you? Let's follow it on its journey past your body's defenses. It's pretty wild and honestly, a little terrifying. You see, our bodies are amazing fortresses. Your nose, your throat, they're the first line of defense, designed to trap bigger particles. But the PM10 particles, they're small enough to sneak past those guards and get right into your lungs. And the PM2.5 particles, they're like ghosts. They're so tiny, they slip past every single defense, go straight through your lungs and into your bloodstream. And from there, they have an all-access pass to every organ in your body. So here's the bottom line, right? It all comes down to where the fight happens. With PM10, it's a local skirmish in your lungs. That can cause asthma, irritation, and put your immune system on high alert. But with PM2.5, it's a full-scale invasion of your entire body. Once it's in your blood, we're talking heart attacks, strokes, organ damage, and even DNA mutations that can lead to cancer. And this is the truly twisted part. Your own body, your own immune system, is trying to protect you. It sees these particles as invaders and launches an attack. But when that attack is happening constantly, the inflammation it creates starts to damage your own blood vessels. It's basically friendly fire. And that collateral damage hardens your arteries and forms clots, which is exactly what leads to heart attacks and strokes. Okay, so we've gone deep inside the body and seen the damage. Now, let's pull back. Where is all this stuff even coming from in the first place? For the bigger particles, the PM10s, think mechanical. Think grit. We're talking about dust from construction sites, dust kicked up from the roads, from mining. It's literally the physical world being ground up and tossed into the air for us to breathe. But the really nasty stuff, the PM2.5, that comes from fire. It's from everything we burn. You can see it right here. Vehicles are the biggest culprit by far. Then you have industrial pollution, burning crops and trash, and even stuff from inside our homes, like cooking or burning incense. It all adds up. So, we know what it is, we know how it hurts us, and we know where it's coming from. Which leads us to the million-dollar question. What on earth do we do about it? What does the path forward even look like? And this is a question that I think hits a lot of us. The problem feels so huge, right? It's so easy to just throw your hands up and say, I'm just one person. What difference can I possibly make? It's a really important question to ask. Well, let me tell you a quick story from Delhi that kind of shows why that individual action idea can get tricky.
They tried a rule to limit the number of cars on the road. If your license plate ended in an even number, you could drive on certain days, odd numbers on others. But what happened? A lot of people who could afford it just went out and bought a second car. The policy totally backfired, showing that without a real collective shift, these kinds of solutions can completely miss the mark.
So if individual actions aren't enough, what's the answer? Well, it's got to be collective. It has to be all of us together working on bigger systemic changes. We're talking about making public transport amazing, shifting to cleaner fuels and electric vehicles, getting tough on industrial polluters, managing our waste better so it doesn't get burned. It's about building a world where the clean choice is the easy choice for everyone.
So let's just end with this thought. It's funny. We're scared of things we can't see, like ghosts in the dark. But what about the invisible thing we know is real? The one that's hurting us with every single breath we take, every single day. Maybe the real question isn't what's in the air, but why we've gotten so used to it.